Report performance. Activities in the report performance process gather, compile, and distribute information related to the project performance measurement baseline, which includes scope, schedule, cost, and quality. Activities in this process are focused on comparing actual work to what was planned. The report performance process can sometimes be confused with the distribute information process, but there are some key differences. Distribute information is concerned with general project information, such as meeting minutes, issues, and correspondence. Report performance focuses on performance reporting against baselines, such as scope, schedule, cost, or quality. Report performance uses time, cost, and related work performance information. Because report performance compares what is actually occurring with what was planned, it's in the monitoring and controlling process group. Distribute information is an executing process. Report performance. Inputs. Project management plan. The project management plan details how the project will be executed, managed, and controlled, including many subsidiary plans as to how changes to major project components, such as scope, budget and schedule, will be handled, and how important factors such as communication, risk, and quality will be managed. It also includes the performance measurement baseline scope, cost, schedule, and quality, which is used to identify variances. Work performance information. Work performance information is any data that can be considered related to the work which produces the project deliverables. Examples are schedule and progress status information, budget and cost status, quality status, estimates to complete, resource utilization information, and lessons learned. Work performance measurements. These are performance measurements that are communicated to stakeholders, and include items such as plan versus actual performance for the schedule, cost, and quality. Budget forecast. Budget and cost forecasts from the control cost process predict future financial performance. Organizational process assets. The organization may have templates that can be used for performance reporting, and it might also have enterprise-wide variance limits and tolerances. Report performance. Tools and techniques. Variance analysis. Variance analysis uses appropriate methods to measure the differences between what was planned for and what is actually occurring. It is especially important to identify the root causes of variances. Forecasting methods. Forecasts are predictions for future project performance. Forecasting methods include time series methods, causal econometric methods, judgmental methods, and other approaches. Communication methods. Communication methods are how information is shared. Methods fall into three broad categories: interactive communication, push communication, and pull communication. Reporting systems. These are tools that help the collection, storage, dissemination, and retrieval of project cost, schedule, performance, quality, and technical performance. Report performance. Outputs. Performance reports. These provide performance reporting on activities, accomplishments, progress, variances, and issues. Organizational process assets updates. Performance reports and the results from variance analysis add to the knowledge base of the organizations and provide lessons learned information. Change requests. Variance analysis can result in the need for corrective or preventative actions, including change requests to the project management plan. Forecasting methods. Time series. Causal econometric. Judgmental. Other. In order to identify where the project currently stands, status review meetings, time reporting systems, cost reporting systems, Electronic databases, project management software, and other sources provide what work has been accomplished. Work performance measurements showing plan versus actual helps develop forecasts. Making predictions about the future performance of the project is done through four general approaches. Time series methods. These methods involve using historical data to predict future results. They involve trend estimation. This method uses measurements over a period of time to develop a forecast for the future. Moving average. A moving or rolling average is used to keep short-term fluctuations from causing erratic predictions. Exponential smoothing. Exponential smoothing is similar to a moving average, except it applies a decreased weight to older measurements to better reflect more recent trends. Linear prediction. A mathematical technique that can be used for linear systems. Linear systems are those whose current outputs are highly dependent upon past inputs, and therefore predictable. Growth curve. A growth curve is a set of past and regular measurements plotted onto a graph. Extrapolation uses formulas to determine what a future measurement will be based on a set of known measurements. Causal econometric methods. These forecasting methods attempt to identify the factors that influence an outcome and thereby be able to predict behavior. These methods include regression analysis. This method relies on determining the dependencies and relationships of variables that can influence an outcome. Autoregressive moving average (ARMA) and autoregressive integrated moving average (AIRMA). These methods uses a time series of measurements and the Box-Jenkins model, which incorporates an autoregressive AR part and a moving average MA part. Econometrics. These methods combine principles from economics and statistics to predict future behavior. Judgmental methods. These methods of forecasting rely on expert judgment and include methods like composite forecasts. This approach uses predictions from multiple forecasts based on different methods. Surveys. Surveys collect data that can be quantitatively analyzed to forecast future behavior. Delphi method. The Delphi method uses data collected from experts in several rounds of surveys. Scenario building. Scenario building anticipates behavior that can occur based upon different situations. Technology forecasting. This method is generally used for procedures, techniques and machines since it predicts future behavior based on an assessment of future technological change. Forecast by analogy. This method uses similar historical events to predict the future behavior. Other methods. Simulation. This method constructs a model that can be used to gain insight into its behavior and introduce variables to see how the model behaves. Probabilistic forecasting. This approach uses several methods to derive a forecast based on occurrence magnitude probability. Ensemble forecasting. This method is a form of Monte Carlo analysis, which is a simulation technique. Reference class forecasting. An approach based on the theories of Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky that attempt to overcome the tendency to overestimate benefits and underestimate risks. Prediction market. This method uses speculation in market-based event to determine the probability of an event outcome.